the vibrant technologies into these fields of MSMEs and how the digital transformation can help MSMEs to grow. The message from our government and from my side and too from my Chief Minister's side, our message is very clear. In fact, I would like to mention about during the time of COVID, I as an opposition, a member of Legislative Assembly, was categorically asking then government also to focus on MSMEs. The reason behind was our leader Rahul ji was mentioning this point time and again about MSMEs, how MSMEs contribute to the larger extent to the growth of the national economy, especially in terms of on the national scale, in terms of GDP, when it comes to state GSDP, how they contribute, and what is the size of the employment they generate, and what is the percentage in the growth cycle will they contribute. These are all the practical statistics we have enunciated before. That government, at the state, and our colleagues have been focusing the same at the national government too. After we formed the government, our focus definitely, we would like to really reiterate the point that we take the note, we take the important role, which has been played by MSMEs, and we see future of MSMEs, how they contribute to our economy. And we made a note of it. If you have seen it, we are trying to perform what we have told. There was no MSME policy for the past 10 years of the state has been carved. Why we have taken this note? Why the policy has come? There have been lots of interaction between the stakeholders. Maybe it's micro, medium, small enterprises whom our officers have interacted. We made a note of it and literally have seen that the policy should be vibrant. Why policy should be vibrant? What is our focus? And these are all things where we keep on trying to remind ourselves and move from there. Our plan, our vision, and objective is to see that in a decade's time from now, we have undertaken an objective of making our state economy to grow 1 trillion. It's not a small job. Tomorrow or day after, our finance minister will present a budget which may be measuring nearly to 3 lakhs, or depending upon the size of economy, what we grow, but 1 trillion is a huge size what we are expecting. How do we grow up? And we always see a note that MSMEs also can contribute to the major extent to this 1 trillion economy after a decade. As rightly pointed out by Mr. Srinivas, how do we scale up from micro to medium, small to medium, medium to big industries? Definitely, that's important scale what we have to literally take note of it. And how do we, end up in assisting all these MSMEs and try to bring in few positive policies and leverage the entrepreneurial spirit to the next level. That is our job and that is our priority. And we would like to extend all the cooperation and all the coordination required. And absolutely, I'm telling you, as a minister here for the industries, we would be acting as a positive facilitator for all the MSMEs in times to come. This is our responsibility. No negative oriented officer will be on the government side. That's I'm guaranteeing you. We have seen Mr. Malsoor here, sitting here, who is a positive-minded officer who always dwells into issues, try to solve the issues, at the minute go. And we have a team of officers who will be working in the industries department too. And for this assurance to be told, I need your cooperation. So what the caption here, what you have mentioned is from local roots to global heights. Definitely we see a Telangana product. We would like to see the Telangana services to have a global print all over the globe. For that, we will, always put our strength behind you to grow and also see that you become the backbone of our economic growth. And anyway, as rightly said by many people, as we say, one side is agriculture and other side is industry, and industry side too, where MSMEs play a backbone for our industry and also create lots of employment with minimum capital. And we can see the highest unit of employment, they employ more people per unit of output. This we recognize it. And it also, MSMEs also contribute to balanced growth and equitable distribution. And we are all conscious of the fact that this ecosystem has to be strengthened. When, few calamities takes place, which will be most affected? The MSMEs will be most affected. So how do we clearly secure this fabric? We are also trying to build in a vibrant ecosystem. That's the real reason the policy which everybody would have gone through. The policy, what we have initiated is very vibrant as far as my knowledge goes, because we have vetted many policies from different states and also seen our, entrepreneurs ask or demand. We have put everything into that stream. And I would like to mention here, I would like to reflect upon the members on the days who have said few issues, like what Suresh Kumar ji has told about MSME cluster. Definitely, that's a positive. And, our director and our principal secretary will have a discussion with you where we have to and how we have to frame these clusters. That's a very important part of it. And definitely, we would, in a month's time, we will form the clusters, I'm guaranteeing you. And Malsur in a month's time will organize it and try to do that. And in fact, the guidelines for the policy, why it is being slightly delayed is because he is having lots of discussions over a period of time for an inclusive growth. How do we take each and every entrepreneur coming from different social backgrounds? Few people have certain apprehensions, certain clarifications. In that regard, a director was having discussions to have more inclusiveness in our policy. And that's the real reason it's slightly delayed. Definitely, I always mention here, we are all a positive government. We will take every suggestion of you because you all strive for your growth and the growth of this state. And as Mr. Premchandji has told, definitely we have to reduce the regulatory burden on you. This has been taken note of it. We will try to go through it. Few laws are initiated by center. And GST, as everybody knows, is central direction. And when it comes to state SGST, whatever best we can do, because it's a welfare state, most of the things we carry. And I can't, because I have to have a great deliberation with my finance minister, with our chief minister, and come back to you. We'll take note of this, and best we can try to put it across, we'll try to do it. And when it comes to Mr. Srinivasji's observation, definitely the suggestions, the deliberations, what you have for the 4 sessions today after this, the suggestions for how government should leverage the entrepreneurs to scaling up from micro to small to medium to large. What exactly does you people require? While Mansoor was mentioning about the last mile connectivity, you produce, you have the market, but there was a connection missing. So how do we really relate ourselves and try to put our strength behind it to provide you the marketing impetus? For example, to make your products move, whatever the state is trying to intervene or state is trying to draw products from, and we can have a certain percentage included to promote that MSME products into the state stream. Then we can do it and we can leverage it also. And same time, everybody knows it. Everybody has really very, very innovative ideas and the niche products. But ultimately, what I have seen or learned, what we literally see is whatever the capital which will be infusing in terms of production of a product, equally, that sort of amount or capital is required for the marketing, the sales part. If you have put in 60% of your production cost to make a product, I literally see why many MSMEs in other parts of the world are successful, because the large capital infusion into the sales or marketing is 40%. This where the linkage breaks. The hot-oiled MSE entrepreneur with the great innovative ideas, with the niche products, puts all capital into, 100% capital into making a product. He's left with no money for sale or marketing. That's the real reason where the gap is. How do we really reframe it and put it across this? Forums like this over here will try to literally, enlighten the new or budding entrepreneurs how to focus their business model. That's very important, and that we have to literally take care of it. And I would like to mention here about what CGM was just telling. We have, because SBI, as everybody knows, is a great bank, very positive noted bank. And we have many banks also. And many other gateways for the finances. As everybody sees, I'm a grassroots politician. And I keep meeting so many people over the period of time. I always encounter one thing, sir, all the time. Bankers are mostly apprehensive of giving credits. When there is no need for a collateral, they ask for the collateral. Maybe I'm frankly speaking here with the due respects, because I know Rajesh Kumar ji is very, very, very positive officer at the helm of affairs. But down below, because of the pressure they have on the bad debts which has been created over a period of time, the point here is they are so skeptical. For micro entrepreneurs, if a collateral is given, all this capital would be gone. You would be left with no capital, or you won't be left with, I can say, the emotional strongness what he has, and he has to beg and borrow somebody to put it, and the stress of that will always haunt his mind rather than putting his concentration on his product or his services. That's what is happening in many banks. I'm not speaking about SBI in general, but I'm speaking banks in general. I was told by Mr. Ravi Kumar that SBI is more liberal in terms of giving more credit when MSMEs need capital to get infused to make it live. But coming to all other banks also, there is this system failures, I can say, where they are apprehensive of the bad debts and they insist on the collateral, and many central government schemes which doesn't require collateral also been forced to put collaterals. And this is where we always try to put before lead bank managers meeting, what we have at the collector's level. I, as an opposition leader, or there as an young MLA has to go and have an interface, and I used to have a direct fight with those people all the time, but still the system continues like this. These days we don't get time, basically I become minister, but things goes on in a way because they need to have a behavioral change among the down level hierarchies of the financial sector where everything should be taken positive. Anyway, I would like to say that young budding entrepreneurs, if there are 10 people who are coming forward, all the 10 people can't be successful. They are experimenting. If out of 10, 6 or 7 become successful, they are the greatest contributors in the process of the life cycle of our economy and of the financial institutions, which they can be an ideal for somebody. If 10 can also become successful, depending upon the market demand or the cycle of the business they take. This is how we have to take it. And from my side too, I don't differentiate. The bureaucracy sometimes also will not be adhering to the positive response, and that also kills the spirit and instinct of the young and the budding entrepreneurs. And this will also take note of it. And government as a active and also positive to the investor and to the entrepreneur will try to root out the negativeness in the bureaucracy and also see that we provide a dynamic phase for the entrepreneur, especially in terms of MSMEs. And I request you, this theme especially from local roots to global heights, whatever the deliberations and the discussions of these 4 sessions after this goes by, some spark comes out. Hopefully some sparks come out which can guide us also, which can guide and which can guide your platform to raise it to the next level. And the Spark 2.0, what you have mentioned, these platforms like this, and we would like to literally state that we take the note of the importance, and the government agencies on one side, investors and the technology providers, we would like to reiterate. We would like to reiterate to all our stakeholders and other partners, and we'll also encourage in a big way. And I have, high confidence in our Telangana MSMEs, especially, who have potential, who have strength, who have all the vigor to change and to bring in from local roots to global heights. They will grow, and we are here to see that you grow to a level where the scaling up the percentage increase from micro to small to medium to big. And also, anything starts from small. So we believe in it and we would like to move forward. And with these few words, again, I would like to reiterate. We are very positive in terms of accepting your suggestions and goes by it. And while I was mentioning, before I was coming down to the point, and Mr. Suresh Kumarji was telling about a point in terms of extending the subsidies. I would like to mention about here, few people talk a lot, but we believe in action. From 2014, I am here to say that on record too. From 2014 till date, after the formation of Telangana, a simple papers like this has been given to all entrepreneurs of this state, providing the subsidy letter. Giving assurance from the government and making people move from earth and heaven, trying to get the subsidy for the past 9 years, almost 10 years, will demotivate an entrepreneur, especially the MSMEs. And this we have taken a note of it. And our Chief Minister, our Deputy Chief Minister, who is a Finance Minister too, And when we told about this issue, we have come up with a solution. As everybody knows that, even though the state has huge debt and loan, and we always on the run in terms of paying the principal and the interest to all major banking financial institutions for the 10 years loan what they have taken. But still we have a responsibility to carry on with the government, with the burden what we have. We are moving, but still we don't forget about it. And we have extended about almost 400 to 500 crores for subsidy for these MSMEs, which are on the anvil. And our Malsoor is in action. In maybe in a couple of weeks from now, whatever best, we have started the exercise. We are growing by 2014, and we are coming from there till 2024. It's a huge, humongous task what we have, but we'll still try to see that what are the incentives or subsidies in terms of power tariffs, in terms of any other issues are being taken up, you are going to solve in a phase-wise manner. And, we've already started giving subsidies from 2014. Burden is on us. So we are trying to solve all those problems, and whatever the new framework of the policy guidelines are there, we will try to take it up in a further rigorous way and try to help and enhance. And one more thing, I was just watching my mobile phone, the knee-jerk reactions by the erstwhile government people, stating that one industry has been moving, one industry is moving from here and all. I am confident that, big industry will come. I've seen for the past 1 year, and what, a little experience I have earlier also as a minister for different department. If we are confident with our investors, with the people like you, and with a great ecosystem which has been built for the past 3 decades, we have confidence with one industry, the big industry guys would like to make investment in some other state. We are not scared about it, or we are not feared about it, but we have confidence on many industries. Either it may be a big industry or the small industry or the micro industry are looking towards Hyderabad, towards the state of Telangana. And recently, the visit of our team, led by our Chief Minister to Davos, just is a reflection what the industry people have trust in this government. Why these people have trust? Because we are moving along with the stakeholders like you, and people are looking forward to come and collaborate with all you people. So this is the greatest strength what we have, and times to come, I would like to say that, the knee-jerk reactions, I would never take a note of it. I know we are how to create the economy and boost the economy to the next level, and to create the investment, and to also create the level of employment for our undergraduate or graduate people who requires employment.